Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing 5 clear blessings to expect the next year. And to do this reading we have 4 piles. Let me introduce them to you. For pile number 1 we have the yellow Aventurine, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Selenite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the blue Howlite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 4, we have the Bloodstone, and this is what your crystal looks like. There you go. So take a look at which one. There we go. Take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. And as I always say, let your intuition lead the way. It is your magic that always guides you to the right reading. So whether it's drawing you to one reading and you know that's the one, if it's drawing you to several readings, some of you, you pick your readings in a certain order. It's 3, 1, 2. I love watching how you pick your process. It's just magical. And sometimes you're drawn to all of the piles. Whatever it is, don't restrict it. Let it be free. It will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your pile preparation process. We're taking a look and preparing for 5 clear blessings to expect next year. To do that, we are going to be using the oracle decks at the very bottom, and of course for your tarot we'll be using the tarot deck of your choice. Right, so let's get straight into it. We have to make space for 5 piles. I'm still going to study with you how we're going to do that. Maybe we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe a 5 on the side or on this side. We'll find out together. Or maybe in the place of this deck. Right, so let's set our intention for your reading today. What are the 5 clear blessings for pile number 1 to expect next year, please? Thank you. So 1, 2, can we have one here? Maybe 1, 2, and 3. There we go. 4. And actually I feel this one, and 5. Okay, now that we've set a place for the 5 piles, let's move on to the next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. What are the 5 clear blessings that you can expect next year. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lovely. Moving on to the next deck. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 4 and 5. Thank you. Okay. Next oracle deck. What are the 5 blessings that pile number 1 can expect next year, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we have your oracle cards ready for this reading. Now let's pick up your tarot deck. We'll be taking 5 cards for each of the 5 piles. What can pile number 1 expect? What 5 clear, thank you, blessings can pile number 1 expect next year, please? Thanks. 1 and 1. Right. What can pile number 1 expect next year for their blessings? Their 5 exact blessings, please. 1, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, so obviously this one. And 5. There we go. Right, so our piles are now ready. Let's put them neatly together for your reading. There we go. So that's the first blessing, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Wonderful. Whoa, this is going to be a big reading, isn't it? It's definitely going to be a cool one. Really looking forward to it. Pile number 1. I wonder what jewels this package has for you. So cool. All right. So, my dear pile number 1, your pile is definitely ready for your reading today. There we go. Let's put it right there. Like this. Yeah. And we'll of course be using your main deck for clarification on the side. So my dear pile number 1, your reading is now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and being part of your pile preparation process. I always love it. I feel it's important. And most importantly, I feel blessed with sharing your energy as we prepare for your piles. And I feel blessed for having you as part of my soul family. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your pile preparation process. we are going to be dividing your reading today into 5 parts to take a look at the 5 clear blessings to expect next year. And to do that, we are going to be using the oracle decks that you can see at the very bottom. And for your tarot, we'll be using the deck of your choice, of course. Right, so let's get straight into it, my dear pile number 2, and start shuffling with intention and ask, what are your 5 clear blessings that you can expect next year? Thank you. So we have 1, 2. Can push them in a little bit so we have space for the 3rd one. 3. 4 and 5. Okay, let's pick up your next deck and shuffle with intention. And we want to know, what are your 5 clear blessings to expect next year? 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5. What are your 5 clear blessings to expect next year? 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5. Right. Let's pick up your next deck. What are your 5 clear blessings to expect next year? Pile number 2. Oh, this one, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's pick up your tarot deck. And we'll be taking 5 cards for each of the 5 blessings. So, can we kindly get information, please, on what are the 5 clear blessings that pile number 2 will be receiving next year, please? What are they, please? This one as well, so that's a 2. That's a 3. Okay, so 2, 2, and 2. 3. 4, and this one, actually this one. There we go. Wonderful. So our piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's put them together neatly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Looks like a big package of fun and blessings. Cannot wait to get straight into it for you, my dear pal number 2. So wonderful. Okay. There we go. There we go. So your pile is now ready. Let's keep it right there. And we'll be using your deck, of course, during the reading for any further clarifications. We'll always be keeping it on the side during your reading. And my dear pile number 2, your preparation for your pile is now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate your wonderful energy. I appreciate that you are part of this preparation process. Love you guys very much. So proud to have you as soul family. Love you. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your pile preparation process. It is so lovely to have you here. As you know, we're taking a look at the 5 clear blessings for you to expect next year. And to do that, we're going to be dividing your reading into 5 parts. Let me introduce the cards to you first before we go ahead and begin. At the very bottom are the oracle decks that we will be using. And of course, for your tarot, this is the deck of your choice. And it is the one we will be using in today's reading. Okay, so now let's pick up your first deck and shuffle with intention. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect next year? So 1, 2, 3. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect next year? There we go. So these are our 5 piles. Let's pick up the next deck. Again, shuffle with intention. There we go. I feel this one as well. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect next year, please? There we go. What are, this one. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect next year? Pile number 3. So this one and this one. Okay. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect next year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There we go. Right, now your oracle cards are ready. Let's pick up your tarot deck. And we will be taking out 5 cards for each of the 5 blessings. Oh, this one. It's jumping out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what are the 5 blessings that pile number 3 can expect next year, please? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and this one is a 5. There we go. So your 5 piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's put them neatly together. So that's the first blessing, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So lovely, my dear pile number 3. Hefty pile full of beautiful blessings. Let's see how that's going to be like for you next year. So excited to get into your reading today, my dear pile number 3. I think I'm going to love this reading today. Let's see what you guys get. And of course, we'll be using your deck in case we need any further clarification on any of the piles that we see together. And that was your pile preparation. Thank you so much, guys, for spending this time with me. I always appreciate it. I love you guys very much. Very blessed to have you as a soul family. Thank you, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your pile preparation process. It is so lovely to have you here as we prepare for your piles. And we're taking a look at the 5 blessings that you can expect the next year. To do this reading, we are going to be dividing your reading into 5 piles so that we can take a clear look at what each blessing is. Right, before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you. On the bottom are the oracle decks that we will be using for your reading. And of course, for the tarot, we'll be using the deck of your choice. Right, let's get now straight into the preparation process. And let's start shuffling with intention. What are your 5 clear blessings? What are 5 clear blessings that you are going to be receiving next year? 1, 2, 3. How about we push them up a little bit? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can push your tarot deck a little bit to the side and pick up the 5th one. And 5. All right. Now, let's pick up the next deck and shuffle with intention. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect to receive next year? 1, 2, 3, 4, What are the 5 blessings that you can expect to receive next year, please? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Next oracle deck. What are the 5 blessings that you can expect, to receive next year, please? I moved quickly and couldn't grab them, so perhaps they weren't meant to come out yet. So we can do it this way. 1. Whoa, thanks. That's really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so your oracle cards for today's reading are now ready. Let's pick up your tarot deck. And we will be taking... Okay, so I feel like this one's persistent. We will be taking 5 tarot cards for each of the 5 piles. Oh, this one's coming out. There we go. There we go. So that's round 1, 2. It's magical to see how the cards choose their piles. It's unbelievable. 3, 4, 5. There we go. So the 5 piles are now ready. Let's put them together neatly for your reading. We'll pick up this card. That'll be the first blessing, second, third, fourth, and 5th blessing. Beautiful, hefty pile full of blessings. I felt this feeling with every single pile, holding them, feeling that they're full of goodness. Cannot wait to get straight into them for you guys and see what beautiful blessings you can expect next year. Okay, there we go. So they're a bit slippery. There we go. So your pile is now ready. Beautiful, you know, they call it a beautiful bundle of love. Cannot wait to get straight into it. We'll be using your deck for further clarifications during your reading. My dear pile number 4, thank you so much for spending this time with me as we prepare for your piles. It is a time that I cherish. I feel your energies. Love you guys very much. I love the beautiful energies that we form together as we prepare for your piles. I'm not sure if you feel it too, but I definitely feel it. It's warm, it's beautiful, it's full of goodness, just like you guys. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being my soul family. I love you to the moon and back. And yeah, okay, if I continue to gush, it's gonna be awkward. But I really, really love you guys. I hope you know that. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at 5 clear blessings to expect the next year. Let's get straight into it and find out the first blessing for you to expect in the next year. But before we begin, I just want to quickly highlight that there are scammers impersonating me down in the description box. They give you a WhatsApp number, they tell you to contact them, and they want you to do a reading. They're trying to scam you. It's not me. I would never ask you to do a reading with me. Okay, so pile number 1, let's check out what is your first blessing. Wow. So right off the bat, you have potential. Let's keep your card here. You have the deer and oat with healing. Okay. You have the 5th house with passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. Okay. You have Mars in Capricorn with authority. Wow. Talk about potential. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, yeah, why don't we move this one right there? So, you have the Queen of Cups. You have, wow, the Seed of Stones, which is the Page of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Wands. Actually, let me move these right in the middle so that we can see your tarot cards together. And now this is lining up. It's making even more sense, okay? You have the 4 of Swords. And you have the 5 of Swords. Very cool. Okay. So. So obviously it is very clear here that one of your big blessings in the next year, a huge potential is opening up, giving you the capability of starting something that is very dear to your heart, because it's what a coincidence. We have the deer popping up twice in your reading. So next year, a potential is opening up in an area that feels so dear to you. And I see you building it little by little. Naturally, it's like you know your way. You know exactly what to do. And the reason I say that is because, you know, birds, they naturally know to build their nest, and they build it in this beautiful way that fascinates us. And they just know it. It's their instinct to do it. And so I see that happening, you know. I see you taking it step by step and building that nest, or building that kingdom that you are the head of next year. I see things moving rather quickly for you with the 8 of Wands as you build that opportunity that just arose right in front of your eyes. This is an opportunity that you would have loved to have. Let's say, for example, you work in a specific field and another field opens up its doors, and now they are trying to recruit someone with your qualifications, or maybe an opportunity arises where you can start your own business in the way that you wanted it. Something of the sort is presenting an opportunity for you, and you're taking that next year. You're very happy because you are building a kingdom that you want exactly, and it's a very strong one. It's not a weak one. It's a very strong opportunity. And with the Queen of Cups, it represents our connection with our intuition. So you intuitively right away know that this is your slot. This is for you. And You get on it right away. You start building it step by step. And the wonderful thing that I see here is that it's moving very quickly, and right away that kingdom shows its form. Everyone can already see, especially you, of course. That's the most important person here. You can see that something significant is being built, and it's becoming bigger and bigger as you work on it, my dear pile number 1. It's something with the 5th house that you're very passionate about, but also it's something that you're building with a lot of confidence. It seems like it's your path with all of the intuition we're seeing here and the instinct we're seeing here. It's like you have an inner knowing that you don't know where it came from. You do it so naturally, and that's why you have authority as well in Capricorn. You're moving forward with so much confidence and so much professionalism and so much knowing and inner knowing that even though you are a beginner or you're just starting, it seems, people are treating you as someone who's done this for years and years. Yeah, that's the air I'm seeing, a beginner with so much authority and knowing. Now, I see you feeling on top of the world. You're feeling your best as you build that. But you will be, it seems, like you're sacrificing something. Because in this 5 of swords, we see that instead of fighting, this figure has allowed someone to reach the top that they wanted for them to be able to go and build their own journey. So you might be dropping something. It doesn't necessarily need to be your work, by the way, but you will be maybe sacrificing something or letting go of something that won't matter any longer because of that bigger vision that you have. I see you building it bit by bit every day, one day at a time. You can clearly see that, putting one stone on top of the other every single day, day and night, day and night. And very soon in the next year, you would have built something with a strong foundation, something that is akin to a kingdom. People are respecting what you're doing and what you're building, and it is full of fiery potential for you in the future. So that is an amazing blessing here, my dear pile number 1. I wish you all the best of luck with that. So excited for you. This is your path. Your intuition is leading the way, and it's really making you feel so happy, so on top of the world. It's like living your dream. It's going to be one of the best things that happens in your world, taking you to another world. My dear pile number 1. And the reason I say that is because with the rainbow bridging, looking like a bridge here, the burning rainbow bridge in Norse mythology that reaches between earth and the heavens, and it transports the gods, the men who have been proven to be warriors, along with Odin and the other gods. And so this really shows me that you're going to another world. This is full of potential. It's taking you somewhere else altogether, my dear pile number 1. This is going to be very big, and that's what I see as your very first blessing in the next year. I wish you all the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 1. So cool. And let's now take a look at the second blessing for you to expect in the next year. All right, so let's take the second one. So excited. Let's see what it is. You have, wow, right away, that's amazing. We have the harvest moon here with relaxation, but let's see what this is about first. Okay, that's really cool. You have the 9th house with spiritual growth. So cool. Okay, You have the Finch and Peach with romance. You have Venus and Sagittarius with flirtation. Right. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Flower of Thunder, which is the Queen of Swords. Very powerful card. You have the Seven of Thunder, which is the Seven of Swords. Let's keep it right in the middle. You have the Seven of Wands. Very powerful energy here. A lot of oranges as well. And you have, I love this Empress. You have the Empress card. So, what am I seeing? Right off the bat, before we get more into the reading, I just want to quickly tell you, especially that the peach is a Victorian symbol for romance. For a lot of you, if you are single, it looks like you're going to be in a very nurturous, beautiful relationship in the next year. If you're single and looking, there's a beginning of a new world when it comes to romance. There's a great attraction with all of this fire between the two of you. And with spiritual growth, this would really be a soulmate in this case. All right. Now that we've made this observation, let's take a closer look at the second blessing, because even if this is the case for you, there is an important blessing that I see here for you next year. How interesting. Pile number 1. Next year, you're getting access to a new world that you've never seen before. Think of a different ambiance with different type of people, maybe perhaps a new location, and you're highly alert of this new location. You're like, it's amazing to you, just like the lynx. It's hyper aware of their environment. So you're like, that's the second time we see that, by the way. So you're in awe, you are so impressed with what's going on, but at the same time, just a little bit intimidating. And with that, I see 3 factors to this blessing. First of all, obviously, it's going to be extremely enjoyable. Second benefit is that, or second aspect, is with the harvest moon, I see that you're getting a lot of benefits from being within this new environment. The third thing the third aspect that I'm seeing about this new world is that you are a little bit intimidated in the beginning. You're in awe, but there's a tiny bit of intimidation. And with the Seven of Swords, it's a little bit tricky in the beginning. But do you see that? You have the Queen of Thunder, the Queen of Swords, showing an eagle. And you have the Seven of Wands, facing challenges head on with strength. So although in the very beginning you could be just a little intimidated, it's a new environment, but one that you absolutely love, you're going to fit in beautifully, and you're going to show your strength and your capabilities and who you are actually. It's going to be really highlighted in this new world and in this new environment. And so although it's going to be a little bit tricky in the beginning to tread through, but it is going to allow you to get in touch with your internal boss or your internal strength, and for you, and to show who you are. And so I'm seeing a lot of power, a lot of pride, but at the same time, a lot of humbleness and a lot of sweetness to you as well. So you're really going to be enjoying this new environment. There is a lot of benefits that is coming from it. And perhaps why we have this new romance here, it could be telling us that within this environment, some of you, again, I'm repeating, if you're single and looking, tarot cannot give you, tell you something that you don't want. But even if you're not looking, maybe someone's interested in you. You can, you know, shrug it off. But for a lot of you, you might be finding love, a little bit of flirtation here within this new environment. Someone really likes you here. Yeah, and like I said, with the 9th house, spiritual growth, this is showing me that this could be, with the placement, this really could be a soulmate for you. So overall, you're really loving this environment. You're being taken care of. You're feeling the love, you know, either with this connection and with this environment, a new environment of people. You're showing your strength in the beginning, but you really fit in so beautifully in this new world, and you're loving it there. You become one and whole with this new environment. Such a cool year for you next year, my dear pal number 1. Loving your energy, and that is the second blessing that I see coming for you next year. Let's clear this up and see what your third blessing is. Okay, let's take the next one. Wonder what it is. All right. You have diligence. It reminds me of flying as well. So let's see. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have Saturn. Feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Okay, and that goes with diligence, doesn't it? Okay. You also have the quail and gooseberry with anticipation. Actually, this card reminds me of hard work, because you have to be very careful with the gooseberries. They're delicious, but they have all these thorns, and you have to be very careful to be able to enjoy that beautiful fruit. Okay, so we have anticipation, and you have Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot card to decipher what this blessing is. Can't wait to see. So you have, this is an extra card in this deck. It's not a tarot card, but it's an extra card called the Unseen. It seems like there's a surprise here with the Unseen. Some big one that you wouldn't expect. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles. Now this explains these two. All right. You have the Seven of Pentacles. And boy, have you been waiting, it seems. Okay, and you have the Five of Cups. This looks like it's going to be one big blessing. I need to take a closer look, because we have Saturn, we have extremism, we have Five of Cups. This is kind of showing me a reversal of something that maybe wasn't going right, and out of the blue it's gonna go perhaps amazing. Let me take a closer look here for you, my dear pal number 1. There was something that you really wanted to do in the past. Perhaps let's take the example of traveling, because it's clear to us here, but it could really be anything else. Maybe you wanted to go to a certain university, something of the sort. So there was something that you wanted to do really badly, and although you prepared maybe all the papers for it, you've done everything that they've asked you to do, you were prepared, you've done it all. It seems like it was rejected for something maybe unfair, that you felt was unfair. Although you've waited for a long time, you wanted this to happen, my dear pal number 1, but it was restricted to you or held off for quite a while. And although you've been waiting and you've been anticipating this for months upon months. Some of you have been waited for maybe even years. You've doubted whether it's gonna come or not. It keeps being stopped by things that could be a little bit unfair. I think at some point you were really disappointed and thought that it wasn't actually gonna come through. Although there is a little bit of hope, but you kept greatly being disappointed by perhaps the rejections or the more things they've asked of you to do, one thing or the other, but it was restricted. You know, you wanted to get that fruit, you worked hard, but there were thorns, there were things stopping you that really hurt. Although you felt you deserved it, you worked hard, you know, you've planted the seeds, you've harvested. You can really see here that you've been doing your best, but you couldn't move with the Four of Stones, with the Four of Pentacles. Again, you were restricted. You couldn't do anything about it. This could be traveling to a certain place, you know, a university application, a job application. It could be sending your script to a publisher or getting accepted for a role, a loan. You know, you get the idea. And there is a turn of events here. There is a surprise happening for that area that you did not see coming. So things are moving for you and you're tasting the fruits of the hard work that you finally put in. And that's why you have Saturn. You know, Saturn gets a bad reputation. Although it may be very harsh in the beginning, you always see great results with Saturn. You know, you change for the better. You see the blessing on the other side. You either change into the person you wanted to always be, or there's a change of events that now that you see it in retrospect, you would have chosen to have it exactly the way it played out because of that great benefit that you're getting at the end. So my dear pal number one, look for something that has been restricted for perhaps even years, and it's opening up its doors for you easily in exactly the way you wanted, if not better. That is a surprise yet to be seen for you, my dear pal number one. Look forward to it. I cannot wait to find out more about what this could be for you. I hope you update me, guys. I get so excited about your readings and I love it when you update me. So yeah, that's the third blessing that we see coming up for you next year. Let's now clear this up and see what your fourth blessing is. Okay, my dear pile number one. Wondering what the fifth one is. Such an exciting year. I'm loving your reading so much. Okay, so you have inner peace. Oh, let me adjust that. So beautiful. Okay. You have the sun. Wow, self-express and embody truth. So beautiful, such beautiful energies. You have the badger and ginkgo with healing wounds. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's find out more. You have Mercury in Capricorn with organization. I feel like your life is coming together next year. It's one of the biggest blessings you're really gonna love. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. I feel like perhaps you're finishing one spiritual journey and entering into another. You're really healing. There is a karmic cycle that is ending, and you're kind of feeling that for the first time in a very long time, your life is now coming back together in place. Things are working, and you're like, oh my God, finally, I feel my world again. So then I just tell you, your world is coming together. Isn't this fascinating? So you have the World card. You have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think this is definitely what your reading is talking about here. You have the Six of Wands, So loving how this figure is flying over the eagle. So beautiful. You have the Justice cards. Yeah, one karmic cycle is ending, I'm telling you, and another one is beginning for you. That is for sure. Oh, you have the Star, and you know the Star is a card of healing. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's very explanatory. It's very clear. We see that this is an end of a karmic cycle. You're ending one chapter of your life. You're entering another one, albeit a blessed one. You feel like your life is coming together. You're healing a lot of the things you used to perhaps suffer from, like worries and anxieties and depression. And yeah, there was a dark place. And now you're feeling on top of the world. With the Six of Wands, I see that so many things in your life are now starting to work. You feel like you're winning. Things are working out for you. And this next year, with the Sun card, it's like you're entering into the light. From the darkness into the light. You're healing, you're feeling good. And you're starting to see your dreams coming true. You're at the very beginning of that. You're starting to step into this world at the very beginning of this year onto the next. In fact, with these pouches here, I'm seeing you plant the beginnings of these perhaps even now. And you're going to start experiencing the fruits of it in the beginning of next year in 2023. And it's a totally different ballgame, a totally different world this coming next year for you, my dear pal number one. You're going to experience so many things in a far different way. You know, the way you interact with people. We've seen it actually, your business, the way you feel about your environment. You're going to be in a very peaceful, it seems, environment. And you're radiating that peace inside out. We've seen it with so many previous cards, like the Empress card that we've seen. So you're radiating that peace. You're exuding that power, healing power. You know, when you heal, you start standing there strong but calm. And you exude a lot of power, but a lot of beautiful calm energy as well. So I see that inner peace in you, my dear pal number one. I see your whole world changing, and I really see you next year on top of the world, enjoying really every single thing that happens to you. This is so sweet, my dear pal number one. Next year is not just your year, because the coming years are amazing, but it's the stepping into now your favorable years moving forward. So beautiful, my dear pal number one. Wish you the best of luck with that. Let's now see what your fifth blessing is. This must be a surprise, because so far these have been amazing. All right, so let's see what that is. Pile number one, you have, wow, I love when this card shows up. You have Gateway. Can you see that? No, you can't. I'm so sorry. There we go. So you have Gateway. This kind of reminds me of a vortex from one world to the other. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not surprising. We did see that you're changing worlds. You have the Bee and Pomegranate with productivity. You have Venus with give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. So cool. Okay. You have Saturn in Virgo with isolation. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Five of Wands. You have the Magician. Wow. The Ace of Cups. And you have, wow, the Lover's card. So, what are we seeing here exactly? It's unbelievable, pile number one, how you're reading consistently with the gateway. It keeps showing us that you're entering a new world. It keeps showing us that idea. Now, what I see here is love at first sight when it comes to business. This is not, at least this fifth blessing is not talking about love relationship. This is talking about a very powerful business union, you know, two forces to be reckoned with coming together. With the unicorn, this is a very unique opportunity coming for you. This looks like perhaps an investor, an organization, someone who perhaps is very popular, like a star. I don't know what how this unicorn is translating into your life, but it's certainly like a once in a lifetime blue moon crazy opportunity that could come to someone in a movie. You know, it's not something that people regularly get. With the bee, of course, this is showing me that it has to do with your work. Now, the bee in physics, if you study its aerodynamics, it's considered to be quite impossible with its heavy weight to fly, but it does fly. And so this tells me, again, it amplifies the idea that something that could have been nearly impossible, like if you tell your parents or your friends or anyone about it, they would say, oh, get out of here, no way. And you're like, it did. I did get a phone call from this person, you know? Like, think, for example, Elon Musk calling you, or something crazy like that. This person is calling you. Why? Because they have been tired. They've been looking for someone specifically like you, with your set of skills, with the magic that you can do. And they just feel the desperation. They're in despair. They just can't find that unique person with that specific set of skills that would help them open up the way for them to do maybe their dream vision, right? Now, you, at the same time, you're creating something magical, but it would be crazy to think at the same time for you two that you can have a magical opportunity like that. And so with that, both of you will be collaborating with the Three of Pentacles here, and it's going to be a match made in heaven when it comes to business. My goodness, there's a lot of love between the two of you, because both of you are a unique combination that's just going to create magic out there in the world. And the reason for that is because each in your own way, both of you are a force to be reckoned with, two giant forces in their own ways, coming together to collaborate and to create something absolutely brilliant. My dear pal number one, your cards were mind-blowing. I absolutely enjoyed your reading. It's so crazy yet so magical. I wish you the best of luck next year. I hope you update me with what's going on here. And as I'm shooting, it's 33:33. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope maybe you've been seeing a lot of threes. If you have, this is what it's been talking about. All the best of luck, my dear pal number one. May you always be blessed. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pal number one. This book could really help you out next year. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But really, it will have all the key advice and secrets to help you become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking that out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. I know you're gonna love and enjoy this book. I know it's going to change your life, and I wish you the best with what's to come, my dear pile number one. Such an exciting year. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at 5 clear blessings that you will be experiencing next year. And for that, we've divided your pile into 5. Let's now take a look at the first blessing that you're receiving next year. By the way, very quickly before we begin, I just want to warn you guys, be careful. There are scammers down in the comments section impersonating me, asking you to WhatsApp them, inviting you to contact them for readings. Do know that I would never ask you to contact me for readings or anything like that. So yeah, be careful. Either ignore them or report them. All right, my dear pal number 2, let's see what your first clear blessing is next year. So first, right off the bat, you have wonders. So cool. You also have the crow and dogwood with intelligence. I'm seeing, okay, I'll wait, let's wait. You also have Chiron with hurt and heal. It's getting clearer. You also have Mercury in Pisces with inspiration. I think it's super clear now. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So pile number 1, you have the Page of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the World card. Wow. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. So right off the bat, my dear pile number 1, I clearly see this has to do with your work. But your work is not really conventional. There is a spiritual nature to it. Even if you do something that is academic, or maybe programming or anything like that, or maybe you're in the Olympics, whatever it is that you're doing, there seems to be a strong spiritual element to it. And perhaps some of you do work or will be working in the spiritual realm next year. Now, this is very significant. You know, the crow is known to be a very spiritual animal. And we see with the crystal here, you know, in all over, since ancient civilizations, crystals were used for healing purposes, for magical purposes. You know, even in ancient Egypt, they used to put crystals. I think it was clear quartz, if I'm not mistaken. They used crystals all the time, but with the deceased to help them in the afterworld. My goodness, crystals and their energies and their magic were used even until today to manifest things and so on. So you're going on this very magical journey the next year. And with Chiron, you know, they say Chiron is the there's an expression for it, the wounded healer. And so, putting the picture together, I see you next year taking on a very important role of guiding everyone, becoming a leader, and you're you're relaying your experience and the things that you have learned so much about, perhaps in the past. You've gained so much knowledge, experience, for a lot of you, a lot of psychic abilities, a lot of secret knowledge as well. And you're taking all of the past experiences, all of the past learnings, everything that you've put together, and you're teaching people things that not a lot of people know about. I see a lot of herbs. I see a lot of ancient knowledge and grimoires. You know, you seem to be someone who's very interested in learning, very knowledgeable, and you do have a very inspirational you have a very inspirational role next year and a lot of people, perhaps internationally, are going to be listening to you. I mean, this is a very specific blessing, but I have to relate the way I see it. If this does not resonate with you, then perhaps you may want to check another pile. But this is clearly what I'm seeing here. And the wonderful thing that I see about this specific blessing with the Knight of Swords, we can literally see someone running. So this is going to go very quickly for you. This would mean it probably will go viral. Viral, the world, this may be for a lot of you on the internet. It's specific. Sometimes I get worried saying being specific in a general reading, but I gotta say what I see. So yeah, next year going viral on the internet, you're leading and inspiring others, relaying your knowledge and your experiences, and you're gonna see that online platform grow with the Seven of Pentacles. You'll be working hard, but you know, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. You've mastered something, you're relaying that knowledge, people are loving it, and all the experiences that you've been through in the past will prove now to be so beneficial. And had you known that it would serve you the way it did and would serve others the way it is, you wouldn't change a thing about it, my dear pile number one. This is exactly what I'm seeing honestly here, and I wish you all the best of luck with that. We have intelligence. There is a very intelligent way of you relaying this information. I see you being very well spoken. I see you have the capability of putting things together, perhaps hard concepts together in a very easy way, making it practical for everyone to apply. Yeah, I see a lot of people listening attentively to you, and their lives are moving forward very quickly as they're being inspired by you, my dear pile number two. Such a beautiful reading. I wish you the best of luck with that. Yeah, look forward to taking on a big role. Perhaps it's not the internet. Maybe some of you will be teaching at university. This building does remind me of a school. Yeah, but you're certainly in an inspiring teaching role the next year. It is a big one, and it's going to continue growing, helping you grow, your business grow, or your career grow, and the people who are listening to you grow. All the best of luck with that, my dear pile number two. That's the first blessing that I see for you in the next year. Let's clear this out and see what is the second clear blessing. Yeah, that's why it's specific, because we did channel that. We wanted the reading to be clear. So let's take a look at the second clear blessing for you to expect next year. All right, let's see what the second one is. So excited. All right, so pile number two, you have purity. And interesting, my dog just barked. Isn't that interesting? So that's definitely very significant for you. Okay. You have the spider and passion flower with creative ingenuity. How cool. You keep getting the spider web. A lot of you obviously are going to be on the internet, and maybe you'll be speaking to an international audience. That's just a side note. We're still checking out what this second blessing is. I just had to say it. Okay. You have the 11th house with friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Interesting how that comes with purity. Okay. And you have Saturn in Aries with risk. All right. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Five of Wands, the Tower cards. You have the Nine of Wands, the Empress, and you have the Three of Wands. So what are we seeing here? it looks like you are creating or being part of a like-minded community in the next year. This is a community that works together. See, the Five of Wands usually shows us competition or some sort of struggle, but here in this card we see people are on the same team. They're wearing the same clothes, and they are building together towards a certain goal. Yeah, this is a community that is very nurturing, and with the spider web and the world and the Empress appearing again, perhaps this is referring to the community that you may be building on the internet. It's the first thing that we've noticed from the first reading. So this is going to be a loyal community, both of you, you to them and them to you, especially that my dog barked, by the way, when this card shows up. So there's a lot of purity, there's a lot of good intentions back and forth between you and your community next year that you're building. And I see all of you are passionately coming together to do something. I'm not sure what you will be doing, but it seems like you'll be engaging them in a certain goal. Maybe through your platform, you're building something together, or you are... Yeah, building something together. You are building something together. I don't know how you're going to do that, but it does seem like you are bringing people all over the world for a cause. And I do see with two different colored eyes, you see it in two different ways. A part of you really wants to go through with this and help with perhaps your platform, but with the other eye, you're seeing risk. You know, you want with the liver here to cleanse out something. Maybe you're cleaning the planet, maybe some of you, or something. You're helping out some people or the planet, and there is a risk to it. I'm going to try to see what that is, but you all together are working against that risk in the form of fire here. It's with the tower, it's going to feel like maybe it's a crazy idea, but it's certainly so worth it to you. I see you all standing strong in solidarity, making this happen. Let's get a sneak peek. I'm going to get your deck and see what you're up to here this next year. Wow, pile number 2. What are you up to here? Must be a very creative person, someone who has the best intentions to do something crazy like that. Let me bring out your cards. My dear pile number 2, if you don't know what we're talking about, wait till you see next year. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what is that risk? What's going on here, please? What is that risk that pile number 2 is taking next year? What is the cause? What is this talking about, please? So, 4 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, and 5 of Cups. Oh my. The risk here is that you are getting an idea outside of the box. No one has done this before. That's the thing. This brilliant idea stemmed, or is going to stem from you not being satisfied with something, people not being satisfied with something. With the 5 of Swords, perhaps there is some selfishness in a certain area, like where some people are benefiting while the rest is not, something like that with the 5 of Swords. And we see the crones again. you're getting a spiritual idea. It's almost being said to you, you know, it's downloaded, it's whispered to you, and it's there to help everyone through you. And so, call me crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. And you're really thinking in your mind, what if I can help out in a different way? What can I do? Because you really want to help. And you're like, because Seven of Cups is, fantasies, thinking so big, fantasizing, thinking outside of the box, going far out into the clouds, building dreams on the clouds, just taking it big. And the thing is with the Five of Cups, the regular solutions really don't work. I see you contemplating a lot before you announce this, because it looks like it's crazy. No one's done it before. The rest of the solutions, they don't fill the cup. They don't work. And so you're left with that crazy idea. And you see, with this heart emoji, I feel like we use it online. I feel like people are going to love this idea that you're presenting. You're like telling everyone, why don't we as a community do something about this together? It is a risk, with the tower, you're probably releasing this idea, talking about it, and your heart may be pumping. But you will be embarking on this journey together with your community, with the intention of love, care, and nurture, to do something great. You'll be standing there with power. You're probably listening to me now thinking this is so crazy, but hey, that's exactly what we're seeing in your cards. You never know, my dear pile number 2. This is going to be a huge blessing, because you will really feel like you are doing something substantial, something that makes a big difference, perhaps even worldwide. And like we see here, it's whispered to you, You're meant to do this. And so I see you calculating this a lot. That comes out very clear. Even here we have the blues and the greens. You're calculating this a lot. Part of you really loves it. The other part may feel like it's a risk. But you are going to go ahead with it. And you and the community that you have together, for a humanitarian cause, for something bigger than anything financial or anything, for any success reasons or anything like that. It's really of a humanitarian cause. Philanthropic. And that's why you have purity. And you will feel very blessed to have the opportunity to do something bigger than you. To do something that will really help something out with this great extent. And your community will be feeling the same way, my dear pile number 2. Wow. I do hope you share this with me next year. I'm sure I'll be following along and helping as well. I wish you the best of luck, my dear pile number 2. What an amazing thing. May you always be blessed. Let's now take a look at your third clear blessing next year. All right, let's take a look at the third blessing to expect next year. Such a profound pile this is, pile number 2. You have, wow, success right off the bat. Isn't that amazing? Okay, you have the fixed signs with stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So cool. You have the goat and willow overcoming obstacles. You know, the goat, this always reminds me, greatest of all times. So wow, it seems like you're gonna be on top of your field or something. You're gonna be wildly loved, because with overcoming obstacles, you've overcame with great success perhaps what we've seen in your second blessing. Wow. Pile number 2. Wow. Okay, you have Venus in Capricorn with convention. Perhaps you will be able to do what conventional organizations couldn't do. Perhaps, you know, they've done their best. They've done their best. But I think you're taking a bigger leap here. You're doing it in a very smart way. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Ace of Swords. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. Wow. You have the Ace of Cups, an amount of love here. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wow. And the Two of Cups. The admiration you are getting for this brilliant idea is fantastic. It's amazing. Actually, now that I see this whole thing clearly, with convention coming next to success, perhaps you're either getting an award or recognition from conventional entities, like maybe conventional television, maybe the government. You know, it could be anything here, but you are being recognized for doing something great here by a big authoritarian institute for that great success that you've done. Wow. And this doesn't look like something small at all. You're obviously doing something big here. And you're going to be seen as very dependable, someone who genuinely cares. And with overcoming obstacles, I see that next year you would have achieved what you set your mind at. And here, my dear pile number 3, one of your biggest blessings next year is that you're getting so much admiration from people, you know, claps, everyone, like the general public, loving what you're doing. Everyone's talking about you, talking about what you're doing, showing your success, showing that it made a difference. Oh my God. You're carrying through till the end, and we're seeing the results of it next year. You're getting love and admiration from everyone, from all walks of life, perhaps different countries, different states, you know, everywhere. Everyone is admiring and loving what you've done here. Pile number 2. Very specific pile. I mean, I rarely see a very super specific pile like that. Everything is so clear, but this is your story. Pile number 2. Now, with convention and the stairs, I feel like perhaps now you're going to join forces with a conventional organization to make what you started here even grow. This is going to be really big. Yeah, you're joining ventures here. And you're now taking it to the next level. Perhaps spreading your idea everywhere. Maybe other countries or governments are adopting your idea. Something like that. Gosh, can we at least find out in what topic this is? Like, I know it's a general reading. Everyone listening to this will definitely experience this in their own way. Just like, let's get a general, like, feel of what this could be exactly. What is this exactly? In what area? We get the Five of Swords again. Can you believe this? It is something that you spiritually hear and feel and know, and you're meant to do it. It pertains to your specific experience at work or experience with the things, because we did see Chiron. Experience in something that you've healed specifically, or experience in something that you have studied really well in that area, whatever it is that pertains to you listening to this. Okay, getting the same cards. All right, so my dear pile number 2, you're getting a lot of success for that crazy idea that you have gone through, the one that made your heart beat as you talk about it. It's out of the box, great. It's going to make you the greatest of all times, solving a problem that other people couldn't have generations before. And your idea is being adopted, and you're getting so much love and admiration from everyone. My dear pile number 2, so proud of you. Please do share next year. I'll be very excited to know about what this was. I will remember this reading. I'm so curious. I of course, I'm not going to forget this. So please do update me. Okay, so we'll clear this out and we'll take a look at your 4th clear blessing in the next year. All right, let's see what this is. So you have stillness. Okay. You have, let's create some space. Yeah, there we go. You have Sagittarius with optimism, exploration, and freedom. You have the snail. See, we're taking things slow. The snail and huckleberry, trust in the invisible. And you have Moon in Leo with appreciation. Love that. If you're hearing any background noise, just to let you know, this is my dog. I always keep him next to me. Thank you for understanding. Okay, so you have the 6 of Wands. You have the 6 of Pentacles. You have Temperance. You have the Hierophant. And you have the Page of Wands. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Now, the 4th thing that I'm seeing as your blessing next year is that as a result of this wild popularity and success, you're obviously getting repaid a hefty amount. So much so that I see your cup being filled with so many blessings. See, the huckleberry grows plentiful. There's a lot of it. So you're getting a lot of abundance. Although with the snail, I think it may take a bit of time in the beginning. But once it hits off, because remember, we did notice that you're going viral. Remember that. But once it hits off and everybody knows about you, it's like crazy amounts of people who will know about you. Especially that we did see a conventional type of organization or something, or TV or something being involved in this. So you're wildly popular here, and although it will take a little bit of time, you're getting paid as a result of all of this success in huge amounts. You're gonna feel so blessed in this area, in your financial area. And you're really gonna be feeling like you're filled, satisfied with what you're creating, what you put out there. And you're feeling like you've built a career that you love, that is meaningful, that means something to your heart. And it's only the beginning, because we keep seeing stairs in your reading. I remember in your Ace of Swords, there were many stairs. There's so much to grow and go. And there are so many projects that you'll perhaps be building because you truly care. I see with Sagittarius and the Page of Wands, perhaps there is exploration and traveling going on for you next year. You're using your wealth to feel blessed, it seems. You're going to be traveling. Traveling is coming very strong here, especially with stillness. It reminds me of taking a trip and connecting with nature, or perhaps the sea, winding down and taking a rest and a good rejuvenation. I see you, doing everything that speaks to your heart with the guitar. I feel like you're doing things that pull the strings of your heart. You're absolutely excited and happy with what you've achieved, and you're feeling in balance, you're feeling strong, you're feeling like you can really do anything. The world is your oyster, and the best is yet to come for you. This was just the beginning. You can see the future right in front of your eyes. What this has created for you and everyone else. My dear pile number 4. Such a mind-blowing reading. I cannot wait to see what this is all about. Please do let me be part of it, pile number 2, and at least in knowing and cheering for you. I'll be so happy for you, my dear pile number 2. So cool. All the best of luck, great wealth here. Let's now take a look at the 5th blessing to expect in the next year. So, you have purification. Let me adjust that. Okay. You have trine. When 2 planets are in trine, you have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Wow. You have the moth and eucalyptus with an ending. And you have Mars and Aquarius with rebellion. Okay. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 4 of Swords. You have the 10 of Swords. You have the Hanged Man. You have the Page of Pentacles. And you have the King of Swords. Wow, what is that about? I'm really feeling with the summer rain here, I think it's called the spring rain, there is cleansing going on, especially when it comes to some sort of mental cleansing, like perhaps you're healing some sort of mental pain. You're standing back on your own 2 feet again, despite being one day hit on the floor. 4 of Swords kind of makes me feel that you are healing your heart. Next year, one of your blessings is that you're healing your heart, and whether you're with someone or not, you are learning in both cases to be happy on your own first, whether you're with someone or not. You are finding home within you, being comfortable, healing, feeling happy being alone first. And that means dealing with your shadows, healing the things that used to make you feel in pain. And with the Hanged Man, there's so much awareness that you're reaching next year. You have a lot of good luck, an end to all of this pain. Because with the King of Swords and the Hanged Man, you're getting a lot of mental clarity. You're shifting perspectives about many things that you used to perhaps think about in what you will think was the wrong way. And you know, the eucalyptus kind of makes the air feel fresh. So there's a fresh perspective. There is freshener, a fresh perspective. And with angelic support, I feel like your spirit guides are really helping you out in this journey. I feel like you're finding your harmony, you're finding your flow, and most importantly, you are really training yourself here to think in the right way. With the King of Swords, a lot of discipline and training, retraining yourself to think clearer, to put things in the right perspective, and to educate yourself with how to go about healing your shadow, because you're blossoming next year. You're blossoming, you're healing, you're feeling grounded with the Page of Pentacles, and you're about to start a new journey where you're no longer standing in pain, but you're standing in tranquility and harmony and peace. And with that, you're getting a lot of mental clarity to move on in your life with strength, with balance, with peace. And it's going to be one of your biggest blessings to be able to heal any sort of mental pain that used to hinder you in the past. You're going to find home within the very same things that maybe used to hurt you. You're able to be comfortable in it. Like, for example, certain types of people that you didn't like or couldn't cope with. You're finding your peace in everything. The things that you loved and the things that you didn't. You're finding balance and peace. My dear pile number 2. You're finding your harmony, your flow. And really, I think out of all the amazing achievements, and they're not small, they are magnificent. Finding peace within you, I believe, will be able to help you help everyone else find their peace within themselves as well. My dear pile number 2, your reading was nothing short of magic. You will see, I will not forget this reading. I wish you the best from my heart. I wonder what it is that you're going to be creating, and I know you're going to achieve grand things that you've never imagined you were going to do. My dear pile number 2, that was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 2. This book could really help you out in this journey of achieving all of the things that you want, manifesting the things that you want, starting something and finishing it. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, it was such a pleasure. Wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at 5 clear blessings for you to expect next year. And as you can see, we've divided your piles into 5. We're going to start taking a look at the first blessing that you can expect next year. But before we begin, I just want to quickly tell you to be careful with scammers impersonating me down in the comment sections. In the comment section, they ask you to WhatsApp them. They invite you to contact them for readings. Please be careful. I would never ask you guys to contact me for a reading or anything like that. Be careful. Ignore them or report them, please. Okay, so my dear pile number 3. Wow, the first card that we get for your reading is transformation. Obviously, there is a grand transformation happening for you next year. Let's see what more of what this is. We see the wolf and the rose hip with guardianship. You have the square. Oh, can you see that? Yeah. A challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Okay. Right. You also have the sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. Okay. And let's see your tarot cards. So you have the strength card starting your reading. You also have the 4 of Cups. You could be freeing yourself from a certain difficult situation, especially that we have the square here. You also have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, obviously. You have the 9 of Wands. And you have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, that totally confirms everything here. 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. There seems to be a very difficult challenge that you're going through at the moment. Something happened that really shocked you. You weren't expecting maybe someone to do something, or maybe your job or an organization or something to betray you like that. And it's been a very difficult year for you. I see that you're coming out of this very difficult situation this year, 2023. I mean, completely out of this situation. You are finding your strength because you have the strength card in conjunction with the 9 of Wands. So you're really summoning up your power, finding your strength, and you're out of the situation completely. Yeah, you're out of the situation completely, my dear pile number 1. And with guardianship here, I feel like you're being absolutely supported by your spirit guides. They're taking care of you during these difficult times that you're in. And, you know, you can find that something got really out of hand and then you easily find yourself out of it. That's the sort of energy that I'm seeing. Yes, you're going to have to summon your power to get out of it. But as you do that, it's becoming very easy for you. You're getting help to get out of it easily. And that's why you have resourcefulness here. You know, you're being supported by your spirit guides with providing you the right help, providing you the right resources, you know, putting things in your way that will really be useful in this situation to help clear you out of the situation. Next year, perhaps in April or maybe even before that, but the square again shows 4 sides. That caught my attention, and we have the 4 of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of 4s. This could be simply a sign that you've been seeing 444, or that it could actually be in April where you're completely out of the situation. You will start seeing changes, of course, from the very beginning of the year, and slowly but surely you'll find yourself out of this. You know, I see the penguin, you know, patting a figure on the back. It's like your spirit guides are really saying, don't worry, we're taking you out of this. You're not going to be staying in this situation for long. They're right there next to you, even though you feel alone and you feel like perhaps no one's helping you. You'll find a lot of help in this next year, my dear pile number 3. Yeah, you're certainly being rescued here. You are certainly being rescued. Yeah. My dear pile number 3, I wish you all the best of luck with that. Don't worry if you are in a difficult situation. Hold on. You are about to get out of this. If you're feeling entrapped, you are going to be free very soon, starting from the very beginning of the next year, 2023, and then by April fully. And my dear pile number 3, that is the first blessing that I see, clear blessing that I see happening for you in the next year. Let's clear this out and see what else you can expect. All right, let's see what the second one is. So, pile number 3, you have, wow, your pile, you have miracles, and it looks like you're getting 2 miracles as well. Let's see what that is. You have the fox and ivy with adaptability. You have the north node with destined to have. Wow, so there's a big miracle, it seems, that you're destined to have, and that's the divine timing. You know, next year is the year you're supposed to receive that. Also with north node, it seems like this miracle is helping you reach your north node. It's helping you with your spiritual journey in one way or the other. Okay, you have Mars in Cancer with Coral. All right, and let's see the rest of your cards. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Swords. You have the 4 of Wands, and you have the 4 of Pentacles. This pile keeps getting a lot of 4s. You must have recently been seeing a lot of 4s. Yeah, look at that. 4, 4, 4. Again. Unbelievable. Okay. So what are we seeing here? Yes, in fact, I am seeing for you 2 miracles, it seems, that are happening next year. There are 2 very important things that you're moving forward with. First of all, I do see a cunning person in your life that's been causing a lot of trouble, or perhaps even quarrel, as it says literally on your card here. This is a person that's been bringing a lot of stress to you. You know, take a look at this 9 of Swords. We see a mermaid that's screeching on the stone, causing a lot of noise and pain to the scientist that's tented up there. And you can clearly see the scientist cannot take it any longer. Yeah, a lot of psychological pain that this person has been inflicting on you. You've been trying to keep yourself away, keep your peace, and it's not happening with this person. It seems to me like you were stuck with this person. This may be a manager, maybe a family member, maybe a spouse, a neighbor, I'm not sure. But certainly someone who has been causing a lot of trouble and was causing you to feel extreme lack in a certain area of your life. Maybe with the 5 of Pentacles, they weren't causing lack. Perhaps you had the lack of resources or capabilities to be able to take yourself out of this noisy, cunning person that just loves trouble, it seems, especially with you. So the first miracle that I am seeing here is that you are resting from this situation with the 4 of Pentacles. You're keeping to yourself. You're taking yourself out of this situation forever. And if you've been seeing a lot of 4s, again, this is telling you, don't worry. You're being taken out of this noisy situation. You know, the plateau is known for ancient civilizations to be the place where gods rest. So you're really resting here in a very unique, beautiful place, away from this person or these people. Yeah, I really see it's a person. Now, what is the second miracle? The second miracle here with the Four of Wands is that you are celebrating a connection with another person. Now, we really see the dichotomy of energy in these two cards that are next to each other. One card shows trouble and quarrel and people being head to head, and another card showing, yes, people are head to head but in love, coming together in love. We see a mountain here showing that although it has been a difficult situation for you, we keep seeing mountains in your reading. Although it's been a very difficult situation for you, something is brimming. You are coming out of this next year and look forward to a very special, loving connection instead. This could be your spouse, this could be your manager, this could be a neighbor, yeah, like we said, a family member. It could really be anyone. But you're, like I said, also, you're not getting just one thing. You are getting another thing. Even if this is not a romantic relationship, you are coming together instead with a loving, I don't want to say alternative, because that's really diminishes the beauty of this miracle that we're seeing. But you're coming together with an amazing person. That feels very different from the sort of energy that you have been in, my dear pile number 2. Such beautiful journey with the North Node. You know, we see with the South Node leaving our karma, and then with the North Node we see looking forward to a new beginning, a fresh new start. And that's what we see with the North Node. It's something that you're destined to have. This karmic cycle is ending and you're starting a new beautiful journey with another type of energy and someone else. So pile number 2, that was the second blessing that I see in your life. Did we do 2? Yes, we've done 2. Let's clear this out and see what your third coming blessing in the year 2023 is going to be. All right, let's see what else is there, my dear pile number 2. So you have, wow, I love your cards. You have going forward. Looks like a beautiful journey. We keep seeing you going on a new spiritual journey that is so blessed and so serene. It is so beautiful, isn't it, pile number 2? It says going forward. So let's see what else. You have the Ram and Dahlia with determination. Wonderful. You have Mars. Again, move forward and defend self. So much power and determination for sure. I can't believe it. The way the cards together, they blow my mind every time. I mean, it's like there's a spiritual entity putting this together. It's mind-blowing. You have, do you see? Again, all powerful energy. Moon in Aries, just like the Ram here, with protection. It's like your spirit guides are really protecting you. No one can touch you. No one can harm you. Moving forward, you finished your karmic lesson, karmic cycle, and no one can touch you. You're really being protected here. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Wow. So you have the Lover's card. So beautiful. You're finding yourself once again. You're loving yourself, your life, and your world. You're loving everything that is happening in your life. Isn't that beautiful? I love your cards. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Three of Cups. You're really enjoying and celebrating your life now, pile number 3. You have the Tower card. And it's like bringing down the old foundations to build new ones. Yep, I knew it. I didn't know it was the Hierophant, but I knew it was going to talk about... See, the Hierophant is perhaps signing new legal papers, creating a new world. Yeah, signing off a new world. A new foundation for sure. Hierophant does present conventionality, yeah, and a great institute, building something new that's strong, this time in the right way. So, what am I seeing as your third blessing? I see that you are going to be presented with two big opportunities in the next year. One of them way bigger and better than the other. Although this other one that you may not take next year would have been in the past something that you would have dreamt of, that would still have been a surprise and would still have been some sort of dream come true or a marvelous, amazing opportunity. But now that you're getting this far, far better one presented to you as well, you are going to go and move ahead with it. You're determined, you're strong, you feel very fortunate with the rabbit here that you do get that type of opportunity in your life, and you're certainly being very stubborn and determined to move forward with it. You'll find a lot of blessings in this path. It's going to be a green path full of so many other opportunities and blessings to come. It's the way forward. We generally see you moving ahead. We see the North Node that keeps appearing, a journey moving forward in your reading the next year. Now, this path is protected for you. I see that you will suddenly feel that what you once dreamt of that could have only been a dream is becoming your reality. It's like you're walking through the glass of that dream, just like Alice in Wonderland. You know, the walking glass, where she gets into the other dreamland. I see that this is actually happening in your life. What used to be a dream will become your reality next year, my dear pile number 3. And with that, as we've mentioned, you're bringing down the old and you're building some sort of new foundation in your life. Examples of these could be you're changing your legal location, you're changing your legal ID because maybe now you live in another country with a different ID, you're changing this, you're signing to get your passport. So many legal, maybe you're signing to get your business, I don't know. There's so much new legal paper that you're signing, different realities altogether. And I see that you're taking this beautiful journey with a team. These could be people that are actually, if this is work, then they're actually working with you, or they're just simply on the same path, doing the same thing, and you're getting to know them. You know, like if this is, for example, you are being presented an opportunity to work for a company as an engineer, for example, or an architect, or an interior designer, something, anything, really, anything, then you are meeting up with other fellow engineers or architects in the field, you know, or these could be your team members. So, and together, whether you're from the same entity or not, I see that you are now moving forward. You never have to worry about the things that you used to happen in the past. This is greatly being clarified in your reading here. It is obviously important for you to hear what you used to suffer from, what you used to worry about will no longer be an issue, because this time on your path, you are absolutely protected and taken care of. You know, no one can touch you now. No one's allowed to touch you now, my dear pile number 3. You're moving forward in peace, tranquility, and you're full of determination because you have this instinctual knowing, inner knowing of what you want to do, and nothing can stop you now. All there is just moving forward at great speed moving forward from now. This is Mars energy, Aries energy. Nothing can be in your way at the moment. Nothing. If any obstacle in your way is going to be found in your way, you're just going to bump it out and keep moving forward. My dear pal number 3, look forward to a whole new life. A whole new life, a whole new pathway. Your old life is being brought down and you're building a new one. Such a sweet, sweet reading. Your spirit guides are here showing you that you will absolutely be protected from now. Such a special reading. I wish you the best, my dear pal number 3. And let's now take a look at what your 4th clear blessing is in the next year. All right, so pile number 3, you have taking risks. Ooh, sounds really cool. Okay, again, you have that plateau. Do you remember the place where the gods rest? Such a beautiful year for you next year. So we have taking risks. You have opposition, when 2 planets are in opposition to each other. So we have imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Okay. You have the butterfly and snowdrop. You keep getting blue butterflies. Unbelievable. We have hope. Have hope in whatever difficulty you're going through now. You keep getting this message being emphasized. Whatever is troublesome to you at the moment, it is going to change. That's a promise that we clearly see from your cards over and over again in a blessing reading. You have Sun in Aquarius with idealism. So beautiful. Okay. It's like your situation is going to be so ideal. You're really going to love this. I see blessings pouring all over in your life. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the 7 of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Judgment card. Wow. Okay. You have the 8 of Cups. Do you see this emphasis on you leaving someone and being with another one, whether romantic or not? That's emphasized here again. Anyways, and wow, and you have the Sun card. My goodness, what are we seeing here? I see something quite interesting, actually. Here, this is reminding me of Pandora's box. And with the Pandora's box here, I feel like there is something that you hoped to do or would have loved to do, but perhaps with the idealism and Pandora's box, society told you you could not do that. You silently wished for something, but it's a taboo in your society. With the Pandora's box, you know how Zeus gave Pandora the box and told her not to open it, otherwise big consequences would happen. So you're being told that this cannot be done, because if you do it, then this and this would happen. And you see, we see a society all in bubbles and bubbles, and you're breaking out of that bubble. Do you see that? It's with the opposition, a point of tension in your society. They do not accept you doing something. And with the Aquarius, this is very perhaps progressive for them. but it is ideal. It is the right way, although society does not see it. The thing here is that you really wish for it. And so I see that in the next year, you're going to be taking what it seems like a big risk and doing what you want. You're walking away from these ideas that are putting others down, covering their potential, and you are doing it in hope of finding what you want to the other side. And here you go. You're walking out and finding the light, finding the sun, finding what you hoped and dreamed for. And here we see you along with other people who have found the light, are breaking out of these restrictions and bubbles that society has been limiting them in, and you are growing. For some reason, with the Seven of Pentacles here, it looks like it takes a little bit of time to form, but you will start your journey and you will start seeing progression happen because of that risky move that you've taken, one that is transforming your life completely. You are doing exactly what you love, and once you're out of it, you're gonna think, my God, do you see the face on this figure here? My God, what was I doing here? How did I waste all of this time here? You're finding your way out, and you're doing what speaks to you and not with what speaks to the people around you. My goodness, good job, pile number 3. So bold, so brave, and so progressive, so brilliant. I want to clap. I wish you the best with that. I don't know what that dream is, but you are going to dare, and it's not going to turn to be a Pandora's box or anything. It is obviously going to turn out to be a box full of treasure and potential for you. All the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 3. A grand wish is being granted to you. You're taking the risk, and you're seeing yourself doing something wonderful on the other side. I love your pile. Wishing you I'm so happy with all these grand transformations that we're seeing, and see you on the other side, my dear friend. May you always be blessed. All right, let's clear this one out and see what your 5th blessing is. We are going to take it to the side, as blessed as it is to continue its blessing for you until the next year, and then we're going to check out your 5th blessing. All right, let's see what your 5th blessing is, my dear pile number 2. Wow, you have simplicity here. All right. We keep seeing the idea of your spirit guides, because to me, white feathers, they represent spirit guides, messages from angels or spirit guides. So let's keep that right there. You have the boar and pumpkin with confidence. You have Leo, self-confidence again. Confidence twice? Wow. Do you see my point? How the cards just speak the same language, energetic language. So you have self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. You have Jupiter and Pisces with seduction. Okay. Let's check out the rest of your cards. Oh, one fell. It seems like it's a very important one. Hold on. Oh my God. 10 of Pentacles. Talk about a very important one. This is certainly drawing our attention, and because of that, I'm just going to leave it here in the middle, and I'm going to put the rest of the cards down there. 10 of Pentacles. This is a powerful pile here. Unbelievable. You have the 7 of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Empress, and and you have the Seven of Swords. My dear pile number 4, first off, I see that this is a message from your spirit team. I see with confidence coming twice. They are telling you with your 5th blessing here, rest assured, confidently, that whatever it is that your heart yearns for and whatever you wish for, you are going to have come true. It's going to be on your plate next year. Whatever it is specifically that you are wishing for, you are going to have on your plate next year. Ah, so cool. This seems like such a magical reading. 7 of Wands, 2 sevens, King of Pentacles and the Empress. Let me meditate on these 4 cards just a few seconds. Oh my God, I'm actually seeing pictures of the 4 past blessings, you know, opening Pandora's box, moving away from the people who, or the person who intimidated you, going on a blessed journey and feeling like you're living the world that you always wanted. And with the 10 of Pentacles here, this is saying and more. Perhaps, my dear pile number 3, you want to take a screenshot here of this photo album that it seems your spirit team has prepared for you. This is a snapshot of your next year, of all of the blessings that are coming, and it seems like it says what we talked about was nothing. Be confident that there's so much more to come. My dear pile number 3, your reading was nothing short of magic. It is simply, I don't have words. I can't even say mind-blowing. It's really magical, really magical. I feel like your spirit team was absolutely communicating with us. It was so specific and full of really amazing things to come. This is so special, so sweet. Telling someone to be confident that whatever you wish for, you're going to have, is one of the sweetest things that I have seen. And my dear pile number 3, that was your beautiful reading. Such a sweet one. I wish you the best of luck in the next year. Be confident that next year is an amazing year for you. And moving forward, it's going to be a blessed, beautiful life. Please forget about the South Node for now, my dear pile number 3. You're moving on to your North Node. You're moving into beautiful new beginnings with a blessed life. May you always have a wonderful life full of all of your wishes coming true. That was your reading, my dear pile number 3. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you're interested in zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. You'll find the link to this channel first thing in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book could be a great companion to your future journey as you create abundance and make your dreams come true. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook. If you love listening to your books, this book could really help you out to be organized, productive, and enjoy every bit of it. And my dear pile number 3, I have enjoyed every single bit of your reading. May you always be blessed. Such magic. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at your 5 blessings, 5 clear blessings to expect next year. And as you can see, we've divided your pile into 5 separate piles. Let's now begin exploring your first blessing the next year. Before we begin, I want to quickly just tell you to be careful. There are scammers impersonating me in the comment section. They ask you to WhatsApp them and they invite you to contact them for readings. Be careful. I would never ask you guys to contact me for a reading or anything like that. Either ignore them or report them, please. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. Wow, so first thing we see is release. You have the Cayman and Poppy with dreams. You have water, the water element, or the water signs as well, with spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Okay, so this is actually starting to make so much sense. The cards are so homogeneous, saying the same thing. You have Jupiter and Aries with enterprise. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's what we were seeing here. You have the Lover's card with for sales, like you're leaving something behind. You have, wow, the Ace of Wands, wonderful. You have the Justice card, things are coming into balance. And you have the Three of Swords. So obviously your reading is right off the bat talking about a situation. Do you see a lot of crying here? We see release. You're releasing an old situation that brought a lot of pain to you, my dear pile number 4. With the water element, or we see it's there's a lot of emotions in that were invested in something. You may have been crying over someone. You might have been crying over the passing away of someone. You might have been crying over difficult situations that you have gone through that may have been very disappointing and heartbreaking. And we see that with the hand, because the hand foretells the future. And it's kind of like telling me there's good luck. There is good luck coming for you in 2023. Expect things to change with the acorns as well. The acorns are a symbol of great luck coming for you. So yeah, you're releasing with for sale and the Lover's card. You're releasing all of this pain. You're letting it go. And with the Lover's card, again, you're loving that new beginning that is happening for you now that things are coming into balance. What is that new beginning? It's not really very clear in your reading, but we see here that there's a lot of good luck in this new beginning. And you know what? I will try to bring out your cards and get more information about this Ace of Wands, see if it's supposed to be a surprise. That's why it's not very clear and mentioned here. Or maybe we're meant to explore it. But other than that, we see you relax from a lot of pain. Why? Because the Cayman and the Poppy, they give that sedative, calm feel or energy to them. The Cayman, they are predators, but they sit tranquilly most of the day, doing nothing, just chilling and being calm. Unless there's a prey, then they go and attack. But there's this tranquility to them. Also with the poppy flower, the seeds, they are sedative. The seeds, they're sedative. So we're seeing the idea here that you're releasing all of this pain, putting all of this behind you, and starting a new enjoyable chapter of your life. Let's see what this new beginning is, my dear pile number 4. Are we meant to explore this? Can we kindly get more information, please? For pile number 4 on their new beginning. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What is this new beginning, please? You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Hermit, which you see the idea of you feeling the tranquility and healing and feeling great is really all over your reading in this first blessing. You have the Knight of Swords. You're rewriting your own story. See, there's a lot. Do you see? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's a lot of writing. Do you notice that? A lot of books, a lot of writing. A lot of not liking what happened. And I see here with the Knight of Swords that you are rewriting your reality, changing it by yourself. And that's what I noticed actually with the Ace of Wands. I didn't say it because I wasn't sure if you were going to make that new beginning or if it was going to happen to you. But now I'm really sure. You are the one change. Yes, I noticed it with the Lover's card because I thought Lover's card is a card of choice. Are they choosing to let go? That's exactly what I thought. And now it's being assured here with the Knight of Swords that you are changing your reality here. Also with the Knight of Wands, I see that you're the next year with all of the reds here. You are very adamant about making a change. See, the red has to do with the root chakra. So you're finding your ground. You are very motivated to move forward, to find that stability, to go forward in life and get what you're supposed to create for yourself. And you have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so Knight of Cups here shows us, especially in this card, that you have had some dreams in your life. You've always wanted to do things, and instead of crying over the old, you're choosing to release it, and you're changing your reality the next year. You're really going to feel really good being able to change the way you feel in specific. And you're going to feel empowered being able to finally get up on your own 2 feet with all of the reds here, finding your power, finding your motivation, and healing, releasing, letting go of the past, and actually beginning what you want, rewriting your story, living your life the way that you want to live it. My dear pile number 4. Such an empowering blessing here. I'm so proud of you because this blessing is not a blessing that is just happening to you, although you're being very supported for you to do that. But I really see that you are the one who's going to choose and get up to do that very blessing for you. So you're changing your reality completely the next year by making better choices, by choosing to let go of the past, and by taking strong steps towards the future that you want to create, my dear pile number 4. So that's the first major blessing that I see happening for you here in 2023. Let's now clear this out and put it to the side and check what the second clear blessing is. Okay, so pile number 4, you have, let's put this here first. You have, wow, openness. Love that card. Looks so beautiful. Okay, so you have openness. You know, the full moon is a sign of, you know, coming into completion, coming into completion. You have the squirrel and chestnut with preparation. Wow, okay. You have the second house with physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Okay. You have Mercury in Gemini with excitement. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Nine of Wands, And you have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So what are we seeing here for you, my dear pile number 4? I actually see a very specific blessing here that came up in pile number 1. It has the exact same story but in different symbology. It blows my mind. So you might have been drawn to pile number 1, or you may be wanting to actually check pile number 1. Look at this, pile number 4. With the squirrel and the chestnut, you know how squirrels, they take their nuts, they bury them in order to find good food to eat, or their nuts to eat during the winter. And sometimes they even forget about them and they form trees later on. That's why you have preparation here. So I see that there was something that you have wanted to apply to in the past, or something that you've wanted to do in the past. You here with the preparation and the Four of Pentacles, I again see the idea of you preparing for something. So you wanted to receive this opportunity, and so you tried to see what was available for you in order to make it work, to apply. You know, I feel like the application wasn't so easy, and you had to do your best to prepare and provide for the things that this application needed. So I see you working very hard, try to manifest it. But with the Four of Pentacles, it was probably held off from you. For many reasons with the second house here. Probably for some, with physical security, perhaps for your own safety. It shows that for any, regardless of any reasons given spiritually, it was to keep you safe. Perhaps you weren't ready to receive it back then. Now, here with openness, see, this cycle has ended. It seems like this is reopening now in your life. There's a new beginning here. You're being presented with this opportunity once again. What you once manifested is now coming to life. And you're so excited because you totally forgot about this, but it's your heart never has. It's something that you've always wanted. It's that you've probably maybe lost hope because you were kept away from it. And with this announcement here, maybe you're getting an email, maybe you're hearing that it's opening back, reopening, and you're so excited about it. Very excited about it next year. And you can't believe that you got that opportunity, that one day you tried to manifest. Didn't work back then, but it's opening up its doors for you again. I see with the Queen of Pentacles that this opportunity this time is going to bring you a lot of blessings. I don't know what type of blessings these are. This is, it depends, of course, on what this opportunity is. If it's a job, then it's bringing you a lot of financial abundance. If it's an opportunity to go to a university or reapply to something you've wanted, then the Queen of Pentacles showing here that you're getting great luck and abundance in this area. You're getting what you've always wanted here. And since this is a general reading, it's going to differ. But with openness, we're seeing opening for a role, opening for a school, a job, a traveling. Yeah, it could be really, it could be many things. But the doors are now opening for that opportunity that you've always wanted, my dear pile number 4. And here, perhaps in the past it was closed for your security, but now with the Queen of Pentacles, you're getting it in the way that you would have loved to receive it. Because had you had it back then, you wouldn't have had it in the way that you wanted. Perhaps it would have been something that would have harmed you rather than benefited you back then. That's why it could have been held off from you at that time. But now you are receiving it in the way that would best suit you. Probably things have changed. Rules maybe have changed. Circumstances have changed. And it's opening up in the way that would be very beneficial to you, my dear pile number 4. That's exactly what I see in your blessing here. This is the second blessing that you're receiving in the next year. All the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 4. It's something that was long forgotten, but never in your heart. And now it's opening up again. Let's now take a look at what your third clear blessing is in 2023. All right, let's take a look at your third blessing next year. So you have flexibility. You have the skunk and magnolia with protection. Okay. You have Scorpio with intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Okay. You have Saturn in Scorpio again, with inheritance. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 7 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the 3 of Wands, you have the 6 of Cups, and you have the 5 of Wands. Very interesting. Looks very interesting. So what are we seeing here? It's interesting that you get the skunk. Was something trying to push you away from something? You know? Pile number 4, you really have struggled a lot. We saw that even in the very beginning of your reading, that you're releasing this year some old pains. And with the 5 of Wands here, I see that you have struggled in life with attaining things that you want. You know, was always a divine time for it, and you felt like although you put in the effort, it wasn't working. Here we see with the skunk, it's like life gave you some very tough lessons, because you know the skunk, it releases some sour odor, odor, you know, and it stinks. So along with Scorpio, this was intense, you know? It's like you were having one horrible difficulty after the other previously. And you kind of felt that kind of stuck, in fact. Nothing was working. Although you were really trying hard with the 5 of Wands. You were struggling. You were trying to make anything work. And it wasn't the time. It's just like life kind of was refusing to make anything work. Although you're persistent with the 5 of Wands. You know, it's like you could be someone who's very stubborn, you know, as stubborn as life. Life wouldn't work and you're like, you know what, I'm trying. And then you get disappointed with the horrible experience, and then you're like, I'm trying again, and so on. But you kind of felt cornered and stuck in the past. It was an intense experience. It felt really bad, and it was meant here with the High Priestess to, especially High Priestess and the Scorpio, it meant to make you look within, not without, trying to make things work on the outside. It really pushed you to look into the inside, heal your inner child with the Six of Cups, get closer to your higher self. And the more you've done this work here, the more we see that things are opening up for you the next year with 2023. With the bamboo trees, you know, they're very flexible. During the winter, the snow pushes them down. There's no pathway. Things could look entangled. And then when the spring comes, the ice melts and they spring back up. And we see with that a new pathway being built for you, or being created or presented to you. So next year, we see that all of the struggles that you used to go through are now dissipating, and you are easily getting things in your life, opposite energy of what you used to experience. Why am I saying easily? Because with inheritance, it's, I think, just like the lottery is one of the things that you get in life without having to work for it. You just take it. And so I see now that you're getting the fruits of the hard work that you put in internally. With the High Priestess here, it's like you're with this intense energy and the intense lessons. You've grown a lot, and you're coming very close to your higher self. You've grown a lot. You've grown a lot of wisdom, and that was the intention. Now we can see that as you're sitting there comfortable, not that you're not gonna work. The Three of Wands is embarking on a new journey, but it's kind of like you just starting something, and you can already see the good news coming in very easily for you. And I saw 1111, wow, and it's the 2 here looks like an 11. Yeah, things come very easily for you, my dear pile number 4. So one of your biggest blessings next year is that you're reaping the fruits of this, of your hard work. And you know, they say, as within, as without. That's what we see in the Magician card, the idea of as within, as without. And that's exactly the sort of magic that is appearing in your reading next year, in your life next year, where because you've healed yourself on the inside, you're starting to see that reflect on your outside world, where things are coming easily to you. You feel like the opposite energy, the intense energy here that you saw in your past. Now things are running smoothly. You wish for things, they happen. You start something and it works out, and you're going to be super blessed the next year, my dear pile number 4. You know, life is opening up its doors for you. There are different opportunities and pathways for you to enter into. And now is the divine timing for you to start getting the things that you have always wanted, my dear pile number 4. Love this for you so much. I hope the world always opens up its doors to you, and that you always achieve everything that you want. Such a beautiful blessing. What? It's like an Aladdin type of blessing, you know? The blessing is you get to wish for what you want. You get to simply start and you get it. So beautiful. My dear pile number 4. You know how when we say sometimes, if I had only one wish, then I'll wish that I had endless wishes. That's the sort of energy that I see in this blessing here. So cool. Congratulations, pile number 4, in putting that amount of effort and growing like that. You know, I'll always say it, pile number 4 on this channel is so special. I have a personal love for the type of energy and admiration for the type of energy and work that you guys do. Love you guys very much. And let me get into your 4th blessing in the next year. All right, let's see what you have, my dear pile number 4. So, you have, ooh, thriving. And I love this card because it has the acacia tree. It's a sort of tree found in Africa that lives for thousands of years. So that's pretty profound. Let's keep it right here. You have the first house with individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Okay. You have, whoa, Jupiter in Taurus with status. Such big energies. Status and individuality and self-image. That's really cool. Okay, you have the Trout and Lily of the Valley. Love the Lily of the Valley. You have purification. Okay. Let's see what you have with your tarot cards. Wow! Starting off, you have the Sun card. Lovely. You have the Page of Wands. You have the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. You have the Fool card. And you have the Seven of Cups. Okay. So I see a lot of people in your reading. People everywhere. And here with the Page of Wands centering your reading, I see that you are allowing many people in at the same time, albeit you're very cautious, very cautiously, if we can say that. But with the Page of Wands, yeah, you're open to exploration. You're open to getting to know people now. And with all of the people here, I feel like this year there is a grand purification in terms of your social life. This cautiousness tells me that you may have had bad experiences with people in the past. And now you're going to be put in a position next year where you're meeting a lot of people. Do you see that? You're meeting so many people. You're getting to know many people. And now you like them with the Seven of Cups. You know, you're wondering about this person and about that person. They're nice. But you're very cautious. Now, here's the thing. With the first house, you know, self-image and in conjunction with status, I really feel like within your new social circle in the next year, you're quite popular. Can we say that you may have some sort of social status? Like, people want to get to know you. They find you very interesting. And they find you perhaps very successful with the Six of Wands, or successful at knowing people. And Six of Wands, by the way, doesn't just signify success, it also signifies popularity. So yeah, you're being very popular around new people. With the Fool card, you're starting this new journey, new people, new page. Everything's new when it comes to people, and that's why you have purification here. So yeah, it's a new journey with people that you're gonna love. You're gonna feel so blessed that you are thriving in a community that you love. You know, now that we've noticed the acacia that lives for thousands of years and it's presented, and we're seeing a tree, I feel like you're creating a family in terms of, you know, choosing your own family, soul family. You are finding people that match perhaps your values, that match your interests, that match the way you think, because you're thinking here. Yeah, you're really enjoying your time next year very much with a lot of people, and you're really thriving socially with them. Such a cool reading, my dear pal number 4. Such an eventful year, isn't it, for you? Full of so many exciting things. I love that for you. Okay, so now that we've seen your 4 clear blessings in the next year, let's check out your 5th blessing, and the last one in this reading. Definitely not the last in your next year, but you know, your 5th big clear blessing. So excited to get to know what it is. Okay, pile number 4. Let's see what this is. So you have solitude. Wow. Okay. It looks so serene, doesn't it? Okay. You have Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Love that. Okay. Solitude and independence. Wow. Okay. You have the salamander and black pepper with inspiration. And you have Mercury in Libra with influence. Okay. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have, wow, the 10 of Swords. And I love this 10 of Swords, you know, burning the past, letting go of the past, only looking forward to the future. And we see the phoenix rising here. Love that. You have the Queen of Wands. A lot of fire, huh? You have the 8 of Cups. The, wow, 10 of Pentacles. And you have the Moon card. Ooh, what do we see here? My dear pile number 4, what do we see here? Wow, actually this looks amazing. This looks amazing, my dear pile number 4. You notice all the fire here, like we just mentioned. We just saw that there's fire here, fire there. Salamanders, and you have the salamander here. And the salamander is a symbol for fire and heat. So why are we seeing all of this fire? I'm seeing it here in the 8 of Cups. You look like you were working hard. Maybe you were studying hard. You know, you had so many things piled on top of each other, calling for your attention. If I remember correctly from your previous blessings, it seems like your cards showed me that you had to struggle a lot to get things done, and they weren't moving. So 8 of Cups shows me that you're moving away from being burned out. You see the Queen of Wands here is now pushing that figure's hands away from being burned out. So it's not like you're not going to be working. You have Aries here. You have passion. You have influence. It's like, yes, you are going to be working this time, but this time with a lot of passion and love towards what you're doing, and less of that burnout feeling, less of that struggling to get things done, to work hard, and more of peaceful energy. Now let's take a look at your cards. We see solitude, winding down. Yes, working hard with Aries and Mercury in Libra, but with balance. You have the Moon card again, showing that it has that soft, tranquil night energy of calming down. You have the 10 of Pentacles, where you're enjoying your time this year. You get time to spend with others, which we saw in your previous blessing. Time to get some solitude, time to rest and recuperate with the moon card. And no more having to work and feel burned out and having things piled on top of the other. Perhaps the opportunities that you're getting this year will take you out of this energy, help you rise without that amount of struggle. You know, this is showing me the idea of not having to put so much just to get little, but instead putting things with passion, with love, and getting so much more results without having to suffer, but more of really enjoying your time. And what a blessing this is, my dear pile number 4. I'm really loving that for you. I hope you always put your best, you put your heart, and that you are rewarded with great blessings, and that you never have to struggle to get things going ever again. I love this for you, my dear pile number 4. It's certainly a great year for you that you're going to love, full of great change and full of balance, full of you loving your life, loving what you're doing, loving the people around you, and loving the opportunities that are reopening up their doors for you. My dear pile number 4, I have loved your pile so much. I wish you the best that life may offer you forever, as long as you live. May it always be filling your life with abundance and beautiful experiences and your wishes coming true. This is what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 4. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. You'll find the link to this channel first thing in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 4. This book could really help you out next year, help pick you up, put things in order, teach you how to be even more productive, and all while enjoying it. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it in the first place, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 4, love you guys so much, wishing you the best next year. May you always live a wonderful, blessed life, and I'll catch you in the next reading.